What's up, XRP family? Welcome, guys. First of all, I am very sorry, guys, that I have been absent for quite a while because I just didn't find the time to really make a video. So, welcome back. Here I am. I will start making more videos, hopefully, if I find the time, guys, because of course we have other things to do as well. So here we can see, guys, SEC versus Ripple. Now, some time has gone by and we are still in this waiting phase, right? But the thing is, guys, that it's very, very clear what is happening here right now, right? And it's time to unseal the Hinman documents. When we see those documents, it's going to go very fast. It is not going to take long before the judge is going to make decisions anymore, right? And we know that we are at a stage where this case has been ongoing for way too long, guys, but they simply just need more time. They need more time to really start using this system. As we speak, again, and we have been saying this from the beginning, that they need time and that this is all a stage. Because look, a bill to amend the securities laws to exclude investment contract assets from the definition of a security. The bill clarifies that these assets are in fact and always were commodities. Ripple had written this last part based on the SCA below, right? So it was always clear that these things were never securities. But then the things with Ethereum happened, then the speech happened, then a lot of things got involved. They saw that Ripple was growing at tremendous speed. They saw that Ripple is solving a real world problem, which is the biggest sector and the most wealthy sector in the whole world, right? It's the finance sector. They're literally solving the problem of payments. This is not something that you can easily do without people noticing. And we're talking about big people, right? That's what Ripple is facing right now. But as we know, that this is all part of their plan, makes clear that such assets should be considered separate and distinct from any securities offerings they may have been part of. That is, digital tokens are not transformed into securities merely because they may have been issued in connection with an investment contract. Now, the thing is, there never was an investment contract, right? There is no investment contract. When people bought XRP a couple of years ago, they didn't go into a kind of agreement with Ripple or anything else, right? This has never been the case. This is one very important part which they cannot deny. International transfers will migrate to a new P2P cryptocurrency-based solution where the native bridge currency such as XRP is used only for triangulation between two currencies. As you can see here, guys, settlement between institutions will move to new instantaneous payments mechanisms. Trusted intermediary settlement is expected to move to peer-to-peer solutions, possibly based on blockchain or other technology platforms derived from cryptocurrency. International transfers will migrate to new peer-to-peer cryptocurrency-based solutions, where the solution's narrative currency, such as XRP for Ripple, right? So very interesting. Expect to see 5 to 6 digits in the near future. It can't be dirt cheap. So again, more people have said this, more people are thinking about this, that XRP cannot just be $100. It has to be more. And I agree, but it will take time before we get there. Now, I don't think XRP is going to jump instantaneously to 5, 6 digits. I think it will first go to $100, $200. A lot of people will sell, a lot of people will take profits, which is absolutely smart to do, because you cannot just wait for 5, 6 digits or 4 digits or 3. Whatever the price may be in the future, you should take profits along the way. And they will not let XRP price go to 5, 6 digits instantaneous, guys. It is not going to happen. If that's your plan, you have to adjust your plan. I'm sorry to break it down to you, but it's not going to happen. Okay, we have to think realistically here without hurting yourself, because that's just the truth, right? We're not here to make things sound more beautiful when they're not. 3 digits is already a huge move, guys. Understand that, please. Former SEC senior trial counsel Nick Morgan weighs in on Ripple case. In the Ripple case, I think it's been very effective that holders of the XRP token have tried to have their voice heard in that case. Let's take a look.
The Wahi insider trading case. We just filed one in support of Coinbase's writ. The Ripple case is a good example, by the way. You were saying, what can individual participants in this space do? It's not easy to do this, but in the Ripple case, I think it's been very effective that holders of the XRP token have tried to have their voice heard in that case. Because in every SEC case, you've got the SEC that purports to be looking out for investors' interests, and you've got the defendants who the SEC has accused of doing something wrong. What you don't have is actual representation by the investors. And in fact, the SEC discourages that and tries to keep people out of those cases. And there are ways to get your voice heard in those cases. It's
Look at this, guys. See, this is done on purpose. They do this so that people cannot intervene with their decisions. They do not want that. Isn't that the opposite thing of what they're doing? They're trying to protect investors. What if the investors say, we don't need that protection that you're offering because you're actually not protecting us? And that is why Johnny Deaton is really important for this case, right? He really protected those investors. He gave everyone a voice. And that is not really being heard of when someone is facing the SEC, right? They put up a fine, they say that you have to pay the fine, you did something wrong, no one knows what you did wrong, and you have to pay it. That's it. That's what the SEC does. But in this case, there's something completely different, guys, here, right? And you have to understand that's because the SEC is very corrupt, of course. And that's starting to come into the light right now, especially when those Hinman documents will be shown.
not super easy, but it's also not impossible. So I would encourage people, if they are involved in the tokens that are at issue in a particular case, to look for a way to have the judge hear their voice directly.
And I think that social media is a big thing too. I think that regulators are looking at people's tweets and trying to understand the general community. So I would say that like the SEC comment letters and speaking up on social media, things that are important to people is looked at.
How meaningful is this Ripple decision, do you think, for the industry? Any of you can answer.
Well, I'll say, having seen how the SEC treats losses in other areas, the SEC will immediately say, well, that's limited to the facts in that case. So it's a one-off, it has no relevance whatsoever. The rest of the world will have a different view, and obviously, I think it depends. I mean, the judge will, because it's on summary judgment, which means that the facts have been fully laid out for the judge. The judge will likely, the order will be detailed both factually and legally. And so I think there will be things in there that everyone will want to use. But the SEC's reaction will be, well, it's that token, that case, and shouldn't apply it elsewhere. I mean, Ripple just said they spent 200 million on their case, or they're going to spend that amount. I mean, who has the time or energy to do that sort of thing on a routine basis? But in terms of getting a clear answer, as a litigator, a person who sees the world through those eyes, I think that's the best way to get clarity here.
But the real question is who has the war chest, right? And then the answer there was Ripple. The answer certainly wasn't library credits. And now the answer is Coinbase.
Everyone would love to fight to the end, but it's so expensive, and the length of litigation, you file the complaint, you allege what...
Now, see guys, this is exactly why Ripple is so different from all the others that you have seen. She's saying it's very expensive to keep fighting until the end. But Ripple is a very healthy company. They have enough money to keep dragging this on to actually get clarity. Because at the end, if they win, they will be compensated and there will be clarity. That is what Ripple wants. And I think that that's going to happen, guys. That is going to be the way forward. And when that happens, it's going to be absolutely great for cryptocurrency, the cryptocurrency space, but especially for Ripple and XRP. And you can clearly see that XRP has put up a great fight till now. HSBC acknowledges XRP Ledger as a game changer for cross-border payments, right? And this is not a surprise. I just want to show you guys that HSBC is a very big bank, a very big entity, right? When they start using XRP Ledger and like being serious with it, which will happen after there is clarity, things will start moving very, very fast. Now, of course, we have been saying this for a long time, but this is what it is, guys. The SEC is just an entity that you cannot just question and put up a fight against, because they are so well protected as a government institution that it's very, very hard. But Ripple is actually the first company to really do that. And not many people like the SEC. And a lot of people are against them. So we have a great chance of winning here, guys. And I cannot wait to see what Ripple is going to do and what the judge is going to say. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. See you in the next one. Cheers.